In this video, I'm going to discuss about the definition, generation and collection of environmental baseline information in the light of EIA notification 2006. In the said notification, we find baseline data or parameters are mentioned at the time of discussion of EIA report structures. And in the notification, it is written that this description of the environment, that is chapter 3 of the EI report, should cover baseline data in the project area and the study area, anticipated environmental impacts and mitigations measures, that is chapter 4 of the EIA report, should contain the details of the impact of baseline parameters both during the construction and the operational phases, and suggests the mitigation measures to be implemented by the project proponent. The notification also states that the baseline information and environmental data on land, water, air, biological noise, socio-economic health, etc. is required to be collected by field surveys, monitoring, etc. from the study area. Secondary data with sources should be clearly mentioned. So what is study area? According to EIA notification for mining projects, mining lease area should be the core zone. 10-kilometer radius from the boundary limits of the mining lease area should be the buffer zone. So study area is equals to core zone plus buffer zone. What is the duration of baseline data collection? Normally, one season monitoring data excluding monsoon are to be collected for mining projects. However, expert appraisal committee may specify collection of baseline data for a longer period considering the nature, size and location of the projects. So this is one of the standard terms of reference for conducting EIA study for river valley projects and irrigation projects, and informations to be included in the EIA report. So it is a standard terms of reference, and here it is mentioned that the baseline data collected for 3 seasons: pre-monsoon, monsoon and post-monsoon or winter, to get the status of existing environment. In this said notification, it is again written that the baseline studies to be collected for 3 seasons: pre-monsoon, monsoon and post-monsoon. And the study area would be the project area or the direct impact area should comprise the area within 10-kilometer radius of the main project component will be the project area, and the catchment area up to the dam and barrage and submergence area would be the buffer area. So the study area for this river valley project is a little bit huge. Now it is a standard terms of reference for conducting EIA report for an open cast coal mine, and here it is written that the baseline data collection can be for any season, that is 3 months except monsoon. And it is written that the study area is core zone is project area, and the 10-kilometer area of the buffer zone. So study area is equals to core zone plus buffer zone. And it is again written that the one season other than monsoon, primary baseline data on environment quality, air, noise, water, surface water and groundwater, soil, along with one season meteorological data coinciding with the same season for ambient air quality collection period should be provided. Now we take a look for another standard terms of reference for conducting EIA study for a non-coal mining projects. Here it is written that the study area will comprise of 10-kilometer zone around the mine lease area, and the duration of collection of data is one season, non-monsoon. And here it is mentioned that the summer season would be the March, April, May, if you consider for data collection for summer. If for post monsoon, then October, November, December. And if anyone to take it for winter season, then it would be the December, January, February. So based on this, we will know the will know the what is rapid EIA and what is comprehensive EIA. When the assessment period for baseline data is one season monitoring, that is 3 months period excluding monsoon, is called rapid EIA, and it is conducted when a fair amount of knowledge is available about the project site or the impact of the proposed development. The rapid EIA also makes a base for the comprehensive EIA. And when the assessment of baseline data is based on 3 seasons monitoring, that is 9 months period, pre-monsoon, monsoon, post-monsoon, so it is called comprehensive EIA. So based on the previous uh, data, that the post months the winter season will be the December, January, February. Post monsoon would be the October, November, December, and summer would be the March, April, May. So if you consider this, then the 4 months come to as monsoon period. So for the however, for the river valley projects, we include monsoon season also. So it is a 3 months period. So considering this, we take from April to December, so that this pre-monsoon, monsoon, and post-monsoon will be covered. Now this is taken from the Environmental Impact Assessment Guidance Manual for Mining of Minerals, prepared by Administrative Staff College of India. It is readily available in the open source. So here sampling frequency and method of baseline monitoring is written. So for meteorological data is one site is required within the project area, and it is the frequency is hourly continuously for the entire baseline period. For mining projects for 3 months, you have to collect air and monitor meteorological data, that is wind speed, wind direction, maximum minimum temperature, rainfall, etc. for one site in the project area, and it will be the 1 hourly continuous. For ambient air quality, the location site will be depend on will be decided based on the survey, fast and survey. So accordingly, for all air, noise, water, for groundwater and surface water and soil, we have to identify the location from where the sample will be collected. And for noise, water, and soil, one frequency of sampling is once in a season. But for the air pollution, air quality, it have to taken for the entire period of baseline data, and it is 24 hourly, twice a week. So if it is twice a week, then for one site for 1 month, 24 database has to be prepared for PM10 and also the uh, others PM 2.5, SOx and NOx. So this is an important notification published by the MOEFCC. In the earlier notification, the validity of TOR was as 3 years for all projects or activities and 4 years for the river valley and hydroelectric projects, and this validity could be further extended by a maximum period of 1 year. Now, again, in the said the earlier notification, it is mentioned that the baseline data used for the preparation of EIA-EMP report may be collected at any stage, irrespective of the request of TOR or issue thereof. However, the such baseline data and the public consultant should not be older than 3 years at the time of submission of the proposal for grant of EC as per the TOR prescribed. But this notification is again change, and the MOEF have rethink, and the latest notification is published on 8 June. It is stated that the baseline data used for preparation of EIA-EMP reports may be collected at any stage of EC process or even before the grant of TOR. Even before the grant of TOR, public consultation shall be conducted after the grant of TOR, and baseline data and public hearing shall not be more than 3 years old at the time of submission of application for consideration. But if it is more than 3 years old, uh, but not but less than 5 years old in case of River Valley project, then no, it is the authority may consider, subject to the condition that it is revalidated with one season fresh non-monsoon data collected after 3 years of initial baseline data. So in case of River Valley projects, it requires 3 months, 3 seasons, that is 9 months baseline collection. Then it can be revalidated with one season's data. But for other, which is one for which one season data is required, so if you again going to revalidate it with same one season data, so it is not worthy for other projects, excluding the excluding the River Valley projects, or projects where entire 3 seasons data is required. Now we discuss about the baseline data or information, the definition, assessment of the dimensions of the study area and description of relevant physical, biological and socio-economic conditions, including any changes anticipated before the project commences. Current and project development activities within the project area should also be taken into account. So baseline data generation in the study area consists of primary data generation and secondary data collection or procurement. Primary data collections is first, we have to get some first-hand knowledge by a reconnaissance survey and to fill the study area, and based on this survey, identification of data requirements, including the measurements of the parameter which are specific to the projects. Then you have to selection the sampling site location, setting the monitoring station network, sampling, sample preservation, transportation and analysis of samples in the mobile as well as the site office laboratories, calibration of monitoring and analytic equipments and instrument used at the site, selection of external laboratories if required, because NABL certified laboratories is required for physical chemical analysis and framing the TOR for the same. Protocols for generating relevant biotic related data for flora and fauna for terrestrial, aquatic, wetland and marine ecosystem, avifauna, etc. And protocols for generating relevant socio-economic data or cultural data, or preparing a data sheet and asks to the people residing there. Periodic review, analysis and interpretation of the primary data while it is being generated. And for secondary data collection and or procurement, identification of physical chemical data requirement and procurement the same from the identified relevant and credible sources, collection of the relevant biotic related data for terrestrial, aquatic, wetland and marine ecosystems, avifauna, etc. from the relevant and credible sources, collection of the relevant socio-economic data including demography, livelihood, physical and social infrastructure in the study area, cultural resources, data requirements for carrying out social need assessment, etc., and conducting a public consultation. So this socio-economic data may be collected from the census data and source, age, relevance and validation of the data. And lastly, the periodic review, analysis and interpretation of secondary data while it is being collected and compiled. So thank you for watching this video, and for details you can go through these reference books or the websites for more details and comprehensive knowledge of EIA.